This video is sponsored by Durango. The PRCA collection line of boots from Durango was developed with full input from their full team of rodeo athletes to not only look good, but perform well in the arena. Today we're going to be looking at the Durango PRCA collection Full-Quill Ostrich boots in this quick impression video to see what those design inputs are and how they've come to call this their top shelf cowboy boots. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and always like and comment down below. Shout out to Durango Boots for sponsoring this video and letting me take a closer look at their PRCA collection line of boots. This does not look like your ordinary Durango, especially the ones that I've seen here on the channel before. So I'm looking forward to breaking down the details of this boot. And you know where we start with that, always with the rundown. Yes, this is the Durango Men's PRCA Collection Full-Quill Ostrich Western boot. And it features that beautiful Full-Quill Ostrich on the foot and the counter. This color is their Kango Tobacco and Rust. It features a narrow square toe, also known as a cutter toe. And this cutter toe is becoming more and more popular, especially in Texas right now. Many of Durango's rodeo athletes are preferring this style of boot right now with this more narrow toe and longer base riding heel. Speaking of that longer base riding heel, it's 1.5 inch stacked leather. You gotta love the look at that, and it also features a leather heel rand to top it all off. It comes in at 13 inches tall with a full grain leather top and some Full-Quill Ostrich inlaid into the pull tabs. Down here we have a leather outsole, and you can see nails alongside their dually shank system, which is 2 fiberglass shanks that they've rounded off as well to make it easier for folks to move their feet in the stirrups. You can also see in between the welt and the outsole there's an extra 3/4 leather midsole to give more body to the outsole, since they did go thinner on the insole, which we'll talk about in a minute. It also helps keep that outsole a little bit stiffer so your feet don't get too tired in the stirrups, but it is pretty flexible right out of the box. That extra midsole will also help the outsole from running through too fast, but if you do happen to wear a hole in your outsole and you can see that midsole, I would recommend that you get a resole then, rather than, damaging that midsole. On the inside, we got a leather lining, and it feels pretty soft. Then for an insole, we got a thin, non-removable insole of memory foam topped with leather. Many of Durango's rodeo athletes weren't a fan of some of Durango's competitors and the thicker insoles that they were offering, so Durango developed a very thin one that's about 3 millimeters thick. And it's just memory foam and leather in here, which allows the athletes to feel closer to the ground. And that's also a reason why they had to add in that extra leather midsole here. These boots are made in Mexico, and be sure to check Durango's website for the most recent prices. I've linked it up in the description. Now it's time to try on these boots to see how they look and feel. All right, I got on those Durango PRCA collection ostrich boots right now, and they feel good. I love the fact that they have narrow width sizes in this line. It makes an enormous difference, and part of that is thanks to the fact that some of their athletes require narrow widths. So that kind of made them say, you know what, let's just offer narrow widths to everybody, because folks who are athletes in the rodeo, they need their correct size. It is important for them, but it's important for everybody at the same time to have their correct size. So the fact that they are starting to offer more narrow widths with this line means everything. The fit at the heel is really nice. It sort of locks in there, but you still get that heel slip, that's so important to a cowboy boot fit. You need that heel slip, but you also want to make sure that it's snug at the same time. So I really like the fit at the heel with this narrow width. Also like the look of that square toe. It's not too narrow, but it's not too wide at the same time. It looks great. And the ostrich leather is super supple, and I'm enjoying the feel of it. The outsole is pretty flexible, but it's not too flexible, right? You do have some stiffness there in order to support your foot at the same time. And the insole definitely feels like it's thicker than what they're saying. It might be that memory foam, given that little bit of cushion there. It feels nice, and it also fits well at the arch. Here's the POV. Gotta love that ostrich. It looks really good. Then you also have just a nice cutter toe there that's not too wide, not too narrow. That's a toe shape right there that's gonna work for a lot of people. All right, so I'm a big fan of the direction that Durango is taking their boots with this line. These boots look great. I love the ostrich. It's super supple, it looks great, and it's not only a tough, durable leather, but it also dresses up really, really well, especially with the Full-Quill style. I'm also a huge fan of this toe shape. I am so happy that this is becoming more and more popular, especially in Texas, although the wide square toe and double stitch well is still probably the most popular nationwide. I'm looking forward to this gaining more and more traction just because I think it looks better and it's a little bit more practical as well. And I'm gonna say it again, the fact that Durango is offering expanded width sizes with this line is huge. I'm so glad that more and more brands are offering narrow width sizes. Now, I would like to see them do even more. I was talking with the designer of this boot who said that he used to work for a company that offered 10 different width sizes. Now, I'd love to see Durango go there, but the fact that they're doing 3 different width sizes with this collection means so much to getting the right boot fit. Because whether you're an athlete or just somebody who is a cowboy boot enthusiast like myself, the right fit makes all the difference in the world. So the fact that they are starting to expand into a 3rd width size, with that being the narrow size, is just incredible. What do you guys think of this Durango PRCA collection Full-Quill ostrich boot? Let me know in the comments if you're interested in checking it out, maybe purchasing it for yourself. I got links in the description and also the pinned comment below. Thank you so much for Durango's sponsorship on this video. Love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Peace. Have a good one.
Durango stepping up, making top shelf boots, designed by athletes sticking to their roots. Yeah, thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out this other cowboy boot video up here, or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace. Have a good one.